If the thought of Kim Jong Un already irks you, brace yourself. His extravagant lifestyle and absurd indulgences will only deepen your disdain. While the citizens of North Korea grapple with severe hunger and malnutrition, their supreme leader revels in the world's finest luxuries. From gorging on rare, expensive cheeses to drowning himself in premium liquors, Kim spares no expense. He'll even blow thousands of dollars for just one night of entertainment. If you stick around for the whole video, you'll get a glimpse into Kim Jong Un's daily routine, and trust me, it's outrageous. Mornings, unlike most world leaders with structured schedules, Kim Jong Un's day starts whenever he feels like it. It largely depends on how much he partied and drank the previous night. While the rest of the world wakes up at a fixed time, Kim's morning is as unpredictable as his politics. However, Kim ensures that the citizens of Pyongyang start their day on his terms. Every morning, the entire capital city is jolted awake by a haunting song blaring through loudspeakers. The eerie melody, titled "Where Are You, Dear General?" was supposedly written by his father, Kim Jong-il. It's not exactly a gentle wake-up call, it's more like something out of a horror movie. But don't be mistaken, Kim Jong-un isn't waking up to this haunting tune himself. No, he's nestled in his lavish palace, the Wrong Song residence, which is anything but ordinary. Built in 1983, this central luxury mansion comes complete with banquet halls overlooking a lake, a massive swimming pool with a water slide, horse stables, and even a shooting range. It's the kind of setup that makes you wonder, is he trying to live like royalty or prepare for an apocalypse? Kim Jong Un, a god among men. If you think rolling out of bed and heading to the bathroom is a universal experience, you'd be wrong, at least in North Korea. According to some absurd state propaganda, Kim Jong Un is so godlike that he doesn't even need to use the bathroom. The regime insists that Kim is so dedicated to his people that he burns off all his energy, leaving no waste behind. It's laughable, sure, but to the brainwashed citizens of North Korea, it's just another reason to worship their so-called deity. For those who've escaped North Korea and shared their stories, it's clear that the regime goes to great lengths to make people believe that Kim Jong-un can read their thoughts and control their very existence. And while they're suffering, Kim couldn't care less. The breakfast of a tyrant. Kim Jong-un's morning begins not with concern for his people, but with a freshly brewed cup of coffee. And it's not just any coffee. It's the finest Brazilian blend, costing up to $500 per pound. While North Koreans struggle to find a meal, their leader is indulging in exotic coffee that most of us could never afford. But coffee is just the start. Breakfast for Kim Jong-un is a lavish affair with a spread that includes high-quality bacon, sausages, and premium steaks. We're not talking about your average breakfast meats here. These are prime cuts like Italian Parma ham and Wagyu beef. The rest of the country might be surviving on boiled rice, but Kim is feasting like a king. His obsession with food doesn't stop at breakfast. Kim has a particular fondness for Kobe beef, one of the world's most expensive meats, costing up to $500 per pound. It's a legacy passed down from his father, Kim Jong-il, who also enjoyed this rare delicacy. Sushi is another staple at Kim's table, but of course he opts for the fattiest, most indulgent cuts. His love of cheese, however, might take the cake. Kim is famously obsessed with Swiss Emmental cheese, so much so that his overindulgence led to a severe case of gout in 2014. But did that stop him? Of course not. North Korean officials even went as far as to try to learn cheese-making in France, but they were turned away. Luxuries in a land of despair. While North Koreans struggle with food shortages, Kim Jong-un continues to indulge in banned luxuries. Lobster and caviar, both restricted by the United Nations, still make their way to his table. And when he's not feasting on shark fin soup, another controversial dish threatening the shark population, He's sipping on elite snake wine, complete with a dead cobra in the bottle. Kim Jong Un's health regime doesn't involve any exercise, of course. Instead, he relies on a team of Russian doctors and high-class scientists who are tasked with prolonging his life. Injected with treatments and medications, he's clearly more interested in living forever than in improving the lives of his people. Before we continue further, tell us, are you enjoying the video? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel, A Grand Farce. Once Kim Jong Un has sufficiently stuffed himself, he makes public appearances at factories, markets, and farms. These visits are nothing more than a propaganda show to convince the people that he cares about their welfare. But behind the scenes, Kim's actions reveal the truth. He's a dictator more concerned with his own luxury than the well-being of his starving nation. Kim Jong Un's lifestyle is a cruel joke. While his people suffer, he indulges in every possible excess. His over-the-top habits and blatant disregard for the suffering around him are a stark reminder of his tyrannical rule. The more you learn about his life, the more you realize. This is not just a leader. This is a dictator, drunk on power and privilege. Before making any public appearance, Kim Jong Un undergoes a meticulous process to ensure he projects the image of a king. After all, he holds the title of Supreme Leader. His style is no exception. He's incredibly particular about what he wears and how he styles his hair. Often seen in dark suits, ties, or Mao-style jackets reminiscent of his grandfather's attire, Kim's look is carefully curated. His unique haircut, featuring shaved sides and a longer top, not only adds to his distinctive style, but also gives the illusion of greater height. But don't expect to see that haircut on anyone else in North Korea. Kim Jong Un has approved only specific hairstyles for North Korean citizens, 18 for women and 10 for men. He's so particular about these state-approved styles that he broadcasts TV shows instructing people on how to cut their hair to align with the socialist lifestyle. Interestingly, none of the approved hairstyles resemble Kim's own. The Supreme Leader's haircut is his alone, giving him an aura of singularity. Some may describe his hairstyle as resembling a mushroom, a mop, or even a pineapple. But they'd better keep those thoughts to themselves. Kim doesn't take criticism lightly. And why would he? As Supreme Leader, Kim Jong Un believes he can set any rules in his country, no matter how strange they may seem. Criticism of his regime is unthinkable in North Korea. And even globally, people hesitate to question his authority. When it comes to personal interests, Kim has a well-known passion for basketball, particularly the NBA. His love for the sport developed while studying in Switzerland, where he reportedly became a fan of the Chicago Bulls. This fascination led to an unexpected friendship with former NBA player Dennis Rodman. Despite the tense relationship between the U.S. and North Korea, Rodman once declared Kim Jong Un his friend for life. The friendship is centered on their shared love for basketball rather than politics, and Rodman famously tweeted from North Korea, "I'm not a politician. Kim Jong Un and North Korean people are basketball fans. I love everyone." In public appearances, Kim is rarely seen without one of his many high-end watches. According to The Telegraph, his personal collection is valued at over $8.2 million. Can you believe it? And when it comes to travel, Kim spares no expense. Despite international sanctions banning the export of luxury cars to North Korea, he has amassed an impressive car collection. Among his prized vehicles are an Audi R8 worth $162,000, a $100,000 Range Rover, and an armored Rolls-Royce Phantom valued at more than $500,000. But his absolute favorite is a Mercedes Maybach limousine, which costs a staggering $1.6 million. Kim's extravagant lifestyle doesn't end there. He also owns a 95-foot luxury yacht, the Princess, estimated to be worth $7 million. This British motor vessel, equipped with spacious decks, a gourmet kitchen, and luxurious bedrooms, is used for both official state visits and leisure trips. And it's not his only yacht. Satellite images suggest he owns a second, even larger one, along with jet skis, a water slide-equipped boat, and a 60-meter leisure boat. Despite his lavish lifestyle, Kim Jong Un remains acutely aware of the dangers that come with his position. He spends millions on personal security, surrounding himself with highly trained bodyguards who not only excel in combat, but must also meet a specific requirement. They must be shorter than 5.5 to ensure no one towers over the supreme leader. His residences are heavily guarded, with tall walls, tight security, and surveillance cameras everywhere. And he's not just cautious at home. Kim often travels on 3 identical planes to confuse potential threats, frequently changing his flight plans at the last minute and using decoy vehicles on the ground. His obsession with maintaining power has even led him to assassinate his own half-brother, Kim Jong Un, whom he viewed as a potential rival. In a shocking 2017 incident at a Malaysian airport, Kim Jong Un was killed with VX nerve agent, one of the most deadly chemical weapons in the world. The assassination, caught on CCTV, was believed to have been ordered by Kim Jong Un himself. After a long day of maintaining his iron grip on power, you might think Kim relaxes with his family, but that's far from the truth. Instead, he indulges in extravagant parties, entertainment, and his infamous secret harem. Kim reportedly spent $3.8 million on lingerie for his harem in 2016 alone, and the women undergo rigorous medical checks to ensure they remain in top condition. His nightly routine also includes private theater screenings of Hollywood blockbusters and propaganda films, with his inner circle in attendance. Kim's indulgences extend to his drinking habits as well. He reportedly spends an average of $30 million annually on imported liquor for himself and his elite circle, with his favorites including high-end champagne like Cristal and French cognac brands like Hennessy. In fact, during his father's reign, North Korea allocated around $1 million annually just for Hennessy, a sum greater than what most North Koreans earn in a lifetime. As if that weren't enough, Kim is also known for his extravagant smoking habits, favoring French designer cigarettes that cost $44 per pack, accompanied by a $165 leather case. His indulgences, paired with his erratic sleep schedule and paranoia about being assassinated, contribute to his declining health. Kim's insomnia is likely driven by a combination of guilt, fear, and unhealthy habits, leading to a lifestyle that is anything but ordinary. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.